In this video, I'm going to teach you how to make a butterfly balloon. You'll find that if you're working a party, it offers high visibility. In other words, you can make a balloon for a kid, they'll walk around and be free advertising for you, and other people will see the balloon and want to come over and get balloons themselves. And furthermore, if you're hired to entertain at a party, you'll find that the host will be able to easily see these balloons and know that you've done your job and you've made an impact. Let's get started. To make the butterfly, you're going to need 3 balloons. 2 balloons, you probably want to have the same color because this is going to form the handle. But not only does it form the handle, the very top part here will become the antenna of the butterfly itself. And so I think it looks better if you have 2 of the same color for the handle and the antenna and the body of the butterfly. But it's up to you, and you're certainly welcome to experiment and match and mix as you would like. The other thing is you'll want a second balloon, or third balloon I should say, of a different contrasting color. This will form the wings of the butterfly. The 2 here that were inflated, you'll notice that I've allowed plenty of uninflated end here. And that's important because that will allow at the end to have a little flexibility to have an antenna for this butterfly. And you'll notice I'm using very bright colors. You can use any colors you like. I just happen to use the bright colors for the sake of this video because they tend to show up a little better. So let's get started. Let's get started with the body or wings of the butterfly, I should say. You want this balloon to be inflated almost all the way to the end, and you want the air to be somewhat distributed throughout. Definitely burp the balloon so it's rather soft. You want it a little soft because as you twist in this particular balloon sculpture, the air won't have any place to go, so you want it to start out somewhat soft. Now take the end, the small end, and the nozzle and tie them together. And you'll form a loop. Now, what you're going to do with this loop is you're going to take a point that's off center, and then you're going to twist it into the nozzle. So let's do that. At this point, you have a lopsided figure 8, but it will turn into a butterfly. Let me show you how. You're going to take the end of the loop on one of the figure 8s and just push it in and twist it. I think you can see how it becomes the bottom of the butterfly wings. Do the same thing with the top. Take it, push it down, and twist. And there you have something that looks a bit like a butterfly. Now don't worry if you let go and it doesn't want to hold its shape, because we're going to use the handles to help it hold in shape. If you've done this right, it should somewhat hold the shape. This is a little tighter than I usually care for, but it's not a problem. Let's continue to the handles. Take your 2 balloons for the handles that you've inflated, leaving about 5 inches at the end. I didn't get this one quite as even as I normally would like to, but we'll make it work. That's what happens in balloons a lot of times. It's all proportions, but sometimes you can kind of cheat and make balloons work, even though you didn't get quite the inflation you might care to. Place the balloons side by side, and you're just going to twist the tops together. Some of you, if you want to, can make a lock twist here. I think it does add a little stability to the spiral that we're going to make, but it's not necessary. You can just use or leave it at a basic twist. But just for thoroughness, let's make some lock twists here. All right, now you have your 2 basic twists or pinch twists, your choice, and you're ready to make the spiral. Now, when making a spiral, and we do teach this in another video I've made on balloon techniques, what you're going to do is you're going to hold one end, and it's almost like screwing the top of a peanut butter jar. I say peanut butter jar because it's about this wide, and all you're doing is twisting the two balloons together. So let me try and do this. I'll do this slowly. I normally, in a production mode, I would just whip right through this, but I'm going to do this slowly for purposes of demonstration here. Here's what it looks like. So hold. Notice how I'm kind of twisting my hand this way, and notice how I take my fingers and my thumb and I'm holding the balloon here, and this will allow me to twist it. There. You've made the spiral. Now you're just going to make a basic twist at the top, and you're ready to add your butterfly. Take your butterfly and align the wings so it creates kind of a butterfly shape. There, you can see it there. Now you're going to insert the butterfly into the crook between these two here. And by the way, if you want to, you can also make a little pinch twist here at the bottom for stability. Let's do that. There we have it. 2 pinch twists here for stability. That will make this spiral a little more stable. Take your butterfly. Now you're going to put it in there rather tight. And then twist at the top. Now you can adjust your butterfly. And now, to finish off this butterfly, you can see you have 2 antennae here. What you do is you do a basic twist to split this in half. And then it's kind of a squeezing motion. You're going to push this all the way to the end. Same with the other side. And there you have it, a butterfly on a spiral. Make your adjustments by just shifting things in place, and you'll have your finished butterfly. Just one other thing, you'll see the balloon pros using a technique to create this kind of effect where you have an uninflated part of the balloon as well as the little end thing here for an antenna. What they do is they put their mouth on here and they actually suck in and cause the air to come to the end. The technique works, but I usually recommend not doing this just because in a setting where you're making balloons for kids or at a party, I just feel personally that it's not a good thing to be putting one's mouth on a balloon and handing it out to people. We have a different sense of sanitation and spreading germs and such these days. So that's why I would prefer to do this with your hands. That also goes for blowing up the balloons with one's mouth. By putting your mouth on a balloon and then you're handing it to somebody, I think most people would prefer that we use the pumps and try and keep things as clean as possible. That's just my philosophy. Anyway, hope you found the video useful. On our channel, we've got lots of instructional videos on how to make balloon animals step by step. So please give us a like and a subscribe, and we'll have more of these tutorials in the future. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.